Welcome, I'm Brianna, and this is my life on paper, and I am doing my first ever flip through or page share. So if you are new to my channel, I will just let you know that in the month of December, I was creating Christmas pages without pictures. I am about 6 months behind in my scrapbooking. So like when Christmas things series come up on YouTube for January, or there's always Christmas of the month. So each month on the 25th there are hops where you do a Christmas page. So I have done some pages without pictures, and here's the share of the pictures I put in. So and they are in no particular order. I did not keep them in the order that I scrapbooked them, or that I did the videos on. This one was a 2-page layout, and I used my Collection Obsession kit to complete several of these, knowing that we have a live nativity at church, and so that I knew we'd have the animals. This is my husband and I helping. Sorry for all the glare, but this is the glare off our reflective vests. So here is the oxen and the donkey and the camel, goats, and more donkeys. So, and I think it turned out pretty good. Like I was saying, all month of December, like I can go back and add more embellishments if I like, but this one, I think this one is good. And then next, I'm going to show you another from the same collection. Let's see if we can go right over the top of this. Trying to make it easy here. So here are our people in our live nativity. We've got a car driving through. Sorry for the glare. Sheep. And then on the same page, because I had a place to fill, right? When you don't know how you're taking pictures and dropping them in, we had a door decorating contest, and this is the door. So it also happened at church. So I thought it worked well in there. All right, next up, we have another double page layout with the same collection, Joy to the World. And this is actually on Christmas Eve. Daughters, husband, myself, during the candle lighting, we sing Silent Night towards the end. So there is that. I think this is a perfect example how these pages can work for you. Not knowing at all how many pictures, or if they'd be horizontal or vertical, but just making it work. I did taking Christmas pictures of opening our presents, and we'll get up to those soon. I did a lot of saying, don't forget to take vertical and horizontal, but that's what like I said, it just worked out. Okay, here is an example of, now this was post-Christmas, but we have lights in it's a gardens in the city where I live, and there's my big glare. And so they put up lights every year, so we went, and I have a couple layouts to do of that. And so just to let you know, I counted how many pages I did. I can't remember, 20? I don't remember, but like I still have twice as many pictures to scrapbook, so I will be doing more scrapbook layouts throughout the year. But here is the gardens where they decorated with light, and they just fit those all in. Let's see, what else do I got to show you? Oh, my hot chocolate page. This was, I don't know, this is probably one of my favorites. So between the Advent presents from my scrappy friend Becky, and this one was a Scrapbook Generation, where it was, they sent you it was 2 pages, two scrapbook pages. And this was the majority, obviously, of one, and the other one was cut aparts. So they're tucked in throughout the pages. And it showed you, gave you a picture. It was a free thing. So when you put an order into Scrapbook Generation, the first weekend of the month, they have a gift. So this was my gift. And how sharp is that? It's, I'd like to think it's within my style. It's not something I would usually do, but beautiful. And then I used some of the die cuts from Becky. But this one I kept in mind because I knew I had those two tiny little pictures. I actually, before I figured out there was a picture missing of myself, I had a picture of our tree that night. But I purposely took a couple pictures far away so that I could put them into those two little spots. But our tradition is to drink hot chocolate and listen to The Night Before Christmas, and that's on Christmas Eve. Oh, and I hope I'm not losing anything on the floor. Oh, something fell off already. Okay, keep going. So, what else we got here? I am going to have to cover, let's see what I can cover with. Maybe a couple of them. So, let's see. This is a picture of my immediate family with the Christmas tree. And then, oh, and there's a, oh my God. Okay, here's a good example of something that won't work necessarily. So there is my family and my in-laws on this side, and oh, is it coming off screen here? No, you get the gist. Poor Meredith, I just noticed her. She's under that. Can we get this off? See, it's not. We're gonna move this one over so we can see Meredith. That was an oops on my part. I'm going to trim that off on the side of the page, but lots of good pictures going both vertical and horizontal. What else? Here is a picture, and I'm not some of these I'm not sure if they're going to end up actually next to each other in the album. We're going to have to see. So here is Meredith, middle child, and they each get 4 presents and then her stocking. So this is a great example of how that worked out perfectly. To the other side of this is the dogs with the stockings, the dogs getting their presents out of their stockings, and then the dogs with Eliza, the youngest. Here's an example of one that probably will not stay next to each other, but they were made. So we have one with the dog photo, scrapbook paper, and that's from Becky. And so it had to have a dog on it, right? Absolutely. This one, it had a smaller frame that I was able to get off there to put the bigger picture of the dogs, and then Let's Get Jolly was going to get covered up. So I just moved that over, and now it's on top of the photo. So that worked well. Then this is a picture of my family minus the youngest, Christmas Eve at church. So, and I have more Christmas Eve pictures that will be perfect for an opposite side of this, and I know I can find something to go opposite side of the dogs. Then we have, boy, I thought I had an even number of layouts, and I certainly do not. Here's another one that I think was meant to be a double page spread. It's a picture of my youngest Eliza and her boyfriend Carson. This one says traditions, and it is our tradition to go to Christmas Eve service and have the candles during Silent Night. So that is that. And then, and so again, these might get moved around and very easily. I have more Christmas Eve photos that I can take that green and run with it, and then more family photos I can put on the opposite side. And then my last one is All is Calm, All is Bright. This is from Echo Park. And then our tree next to it. I thought that turns out really cute. And again, I have more pictures so it can get a companion page as well. So there it is, done in January. How sweet is that I was able to plan ahead and it worked out beautifully. I'm not sure that I would go out of my way to do it again next year, but you know, with YouTube challenges and stuff, I know that it totally works, and I like having all these Christmas photos scrapbooked already. So yeah, I think I'd do it again. All right, leave any comments you might have below. Ask me some questions. Have you started scrapbooking Christmas? Maybe you've already finished scrapbooking this past Christmas. Let me know. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon.